Hello and welcome back to the Virtual Y. My name is Mike and this is 45 minutes of yoga. Please make sure that you are set up with any props that are going to help you. I always do different things, so you never know when one might come in handy for a pose that may be new to you. Okay, we're going to actually start this practice lying back. As always, I like to take a moment to become very present. Feet wide, knees together, and you can put your hands on your belly, just a really basic way of starting, of drawing your awareness into your body, into the way you feel, really, into the state of your mind. And all three of these things we are seeking to balance, make better, give a little bit of challenge, but ultimately leave in a better place during our practice, right? So take a deeper breath in, and the same volume on the exhale. Keep that moving. Nice deep inhale. Same volume exhale. Really just, being a student of that breath anytime, all times, as a function of your presence. Good. Let's begin here with some timed movements with the breath. Lengthen yourself out, clasp your hands. And as you inhale, flip your hands up above and away, reach, stretch, and flex the feet. As you exhale, go ahead and bring this back down, arms to the side. Now, inhale, you're gonna give me a full body stretch. And exhale, bring that to the sides. In class, I see people rush through this. Please try not to. Inhale. What's the point? Okay, exhale. We're here doing it regardless of whether you go fast or whether you do it mindfully. So why not do the thing that's gonna be better for your total well-being? Exhale, put it down. Okay, now we're gonna take the feet back in and do a series of crunches. So the first, when you crunch up, you're gonna lift your shoulders up, reach through as if you're reaching beyond your legs, right? Then put that down and crunch, lift the hips, so you're lifting the bottom part of the spine, okay? So let's try that. Inhale, we put down, exhale, lift the upper part. Inhale, put down, exhale, lift the lower part. And try not to use momentum. Inhale, exhale, use strength. Inhale, exhale, good crunch. Inhale. So this one right here, crunching up the lower half, is probably a little bit more intense. Exhale, this feel you more in the ribs, this more in the hips, and then just go ahead, give me a good hug here, maybe a low back massage here in the beginning, Apanasana we call it, other way around, nice. And we're gonna do a few things. Let's cross your legs, chin to chest, rock a few times, and transfer your weight so that you can flip onto your front, like so. That's why we cross the legs, so we can keep them underneath us. And I'd like to do a little bit of a, start by just warming up the bottoms of your feet, perhaps, tuck the toes, and sit back. And you could even press a little bit. Oh, you're probably not seeing too much of that, but you can press just gently through the toes. I wanna warm up the low legs for a sec. And from here, I wanna go to a low squat, but here's a note for you. Instead of just pushing straight back, I find that that's a little bit too much pressure on the ankle and knees. So I will also push myself up and over into a low squat. So talk about that again, kind of up and over that, and up and over into a low squat. And then just kind of have a moment here, bounce. If this isn't good for your knees, you're going to do something softer. You can be up higher so that the knees aren't bent. But I'm just rocking a little bit. Now I'm rocking up onto the toes to warm up the calves and the feet again a little bit more. Okay, let's go ahead, press into the floor, raise your hips. Take a moment here, give me a halfway lift, press yourself to lift. When you do a halfway lift, look just ahead so that your neck is doing some work too. Forward fold. I see it, I just saw it today in the gym here. we don't pay attention to what our neck is doing. It flails all around. Use this time for full body awareness. Okay, pick up your heart, inhale, and take a leisurely walk up to the top of the mat. All right, so I'm gonna just turn this way to be visible here. Let's go ahead and we're gonna take a full body stretch on up above. Take it on up, and then one arm is gonna come to the side. So nice and tall here. Reach on up, and then come on over to the side with that, using your arm as a second spine. Use that arm as a second spine. All right, we're gonna come on up, and then we're gonna change sides. Take and reach your arms away from each other, and then use the second spine, reach on over. All right, now something a little bit different. Arms go up. Now take and drop your right arm behind you and just relax. Maybe you take your other arm and you can kind of pull to the side a little bit. And this is just gonna be a neck stretch. So you're going to look away from the bound arm. Look to the left. Feel that big stretch come through the neck. Yeah, opening the shoulder. Good, let's go ahead, inhale. Now exhale, drop your left arm behind you, and then maybe this arm is gonna pull to open a little bit more. Take an inhale, and then just turn the head, look away from the stretched shoulder. Now I'm just turning my head to the side. I'm not craning up or down, just moving it one direction, which is better. Okay, let's go ahead and inhale up here, and then exhale, sit into a little bit of a chair. Inhale, exhale. A little chair flow. I always flow in the beginning to get joints warmed up. Inhale, sit. Now if you want, as you come up, take a knee up with you. Inhale, sit. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sit. Exhale, lift. One more round of those. So already a bunch of balance practice. And then let's put that down. And then face me, come out wide. Knees and toes out. Start with a few we call moonflowers, just to make sure you have your balance. Pressing firmly into the floor. And then once you're feeling good, more energy. Feet press, propel, use momentum. Now inhale up, exhale, and then inhale, step to the top of mat. Inhale up, exhale, Tadasana. It's fun to practice that, but I found that if you're not ready, it's this, oh yeah, I'm gonna step to the top of the mat. People go, whoa, whoa, whoa. They suddenly become zombies, okay? When you're ready, everything in your body is ready to do that. It makes a big difference. Okay, come on up. We're gonna come back down to all fours. Come on back here. Knees down. And I like a barrel roll. So you're gonna drop your belly. I'm making circular movements. Let me show it from this direction. Circular movements in the torso. Bring it up and around and down the other side. Up one side, down the other side. And then go the other way. Go the other way. When you bring it up, really bring your belly up and in. So this is not unlike a lot of purification exercises that we have. Good. We're gonna do a few rounds of thread the needle today too. Lift your right elbow, take a look, and then exhale, thread through. Do that for me a few times. Inhale, look up, exhale, thread through. Are you tempted to move fast and without the breath? Please try to discipline yourself to start doing that. Put your shoulder down, reach on out. Some people like to reach behind. Remember, everything I do in this class has an asterisk behind it. And the note reads, unless it doesn't feel good for you, unless you are, taking care of some injury, etc. Then we modify, do something gentler. Let's go ahead, bring that to tabletop. Inhale, lift on up through the left elbow. Exhale, through. Good, inhale on up. Exhale, through. 2 more like that, please. Warming the back from every direction. Let's go ahead and put the shoulder down here if possible. Doesn't have to. Really, fingers way far away. Maybe this arm reaches out long, or it can go back. Make sure if you're doing this though, you're not just crashing onto your neck and having it kink, right? Okay, all right. I had another kind of a core warm up here. We're gonna start, and you can, no fists on this one. So normally you can use fists. Inhale here, exhale nose to knee. Now inhale out, and then we're gonna do a yogi push-up with that. Dip down, dip up. Now nose to knee. Kick out, dip down and up. And you can go as low as you like. Exhale, go as low as you need. One more. Okay, and put that down. All right, take a breath. Find balance in all ways. Body, breath, mind. Inhale, nose to knee. Exhale. Inhale out, dip on the exhale. Inhale up, nose to knee. We'll do that 2 more times through the dip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Last one. Okay, let's put this down, and 1 moment, knees wide, sit back, give me a child's pose, and today, pause there for a sec, today our sun salutation will begin from the floor instead of from standing. So, when you're ready, let's take this up to down dog. Press fully into your hands, and a little bounce in the heels. I'd like a full impression. Press fully into the hands to lift your hips up nice. No stress on the shoulder blades. You're kind of balanced front to back, yeah? Nice and long. Okay, first round, we'll take our time. Inhale, lifting up through your right heel, a little or a lot. Bring your heel to your seat. And when you exhale, kind of flick that through. Find a lunge for me. Now, if you prefer, put the knee down or up. Anytime we're in a lunge today, we're also going to twist. So bring it on up, take a moment, have a bounce, open those hips. Okay, hand down to the floor and then scoot your way up to the top of the mat. We're gonna come into chair pose, inhale, and then come to mountain pose here. Get your breath, 1 breath there, and we'll resume. Inhale, exhale down all the way forward fold. Lunge the right foot back. Every time we're here, what do? We also have a twist. So, again, maybe your knee is down, maybe it's up. Take a moment here, bounce, bounce. It's not a violent bounce, it's a encouraging one. Let's go ahead, put those hands back down, and then come to down dog. Come forward into a plank. Now this can be from the knees, it's the first one. Exhale, lower yourself. Inhale, we warmed up those arms. Cobra. Exhale to down dog. Give me an extra breath here in down dog. So here we are at the beginning of the series. And this time we're gonna inhale, lift on up through the left heel. Squeeze, heel to seat, exhale, lunge it through. You're gonna inhale and twist. Now I'm gonna take out the stops. Exhale and step to the top of the mat. Chair, inhale, and Tadasana, exhale. Back on up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, full breaths, guys. Inhale, left leg steps back. We're gonna twist that. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, you're gonna step back to down dog. Then we're our lower series, forward to plank. Exhale, strong arms help you down. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Let's pause. Again, lift the hips. I always do a sun salutation in this class, and you can feel it moves every body part pretty much, and every kind of energetic pathway within you. Let's take the right heel up. I'm gonna do 1 more round. Exhale, lunge it through. Get ready to inhale, twist up. Step to the top on your exhale. Stay with me on the breath. Inhale to chair. Okay, exhale to Tadasana. Give me a little baby back bend. Inhale, exhale, come on down. Right foot steps back as you inhale. Lunge, exhale, twist. Inhale, put the hands down. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, come forward. Last time, exhale, come on down. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. And maybe a couple times here. You can inhale, drop your knees so that they barely hover over the mat, or put them down. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, slight hover. Exhale. Inhale, look, and then we're gonna come back to the top of the mat and stand up. Tadasana. Take a moment. Press down into the feet. Draw the suction cup of the foot up. It's called a marma point or a bandha. Come on up into energy into the belly, energy into the heart, energy to the crown. That long spine is a huge, huge theme in yoga. Chakras, kundalini, all this stuff. You've maybe heard these words. All right, let's start simply. When you inhale, step your right foot back, and you exhale, you step it in. Agility, okay? Inhale, left back, exhale, step it in. Inhale back, exhale in. A few times, you don't have to be in my pace, but I do want you, gaining some awareness. Now, the next time that your left leg is back, we're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it back in a crescent here, in a lunge with the heels up. Heels up. Start here, lower, lower. Maybe arms higher. Notice, you're more successful in this if you squeeze both legs equally and if both those legs are in 2 lanes. I mean, you can even try it. If you put these on a balance beam, you're just creating all kinds of work for yourself. But speaking of balance, we're gonna take this into Warrior 3 or airplane. So clasp your hands, creep up on this leg, and an easy Warrior 3 is right here, but it takes a lot of back strength to pivot into the big one. Lift your heart, lift your leg. Oof. Stand back up and come in for a landing. Whew. Anytime I get a little bit of a rush, I want to have a breath and let the body come back to evenness before throwing it the next challenge. I'm gonna lunge that left leg back again. And we're gonna do another reverse warrior. The right arm up, left arm tucks behind you. Bend your knee towards that foot. Look, lift your ribs. And this is a fine pose. If you want to go more, go ahead. All right, let's go ahead and give that a break. I actually want to come to the center for a sec. Again, stabilize, hands at heart. Let's give that leg a break and change footing for a side angle. And on this one, we're gonna be adding on to it. So give a little bend, arms out, bend and reach. Come on down. Classic version right here. But stay there. If you want, I'm always challenging you. You can do more if it's right for you. Feet can be wider today. Maybe you come down lower than you're used to today. Actually, putting your hand on the block takes some of the weight off your legs. Now, we're gonna pivot this. So carefully pivot towards the leg into a lunge, but put the knee down to start, just to kind of make sure that you're feeling good. And this becomes what we did earlier, a twist. Okay? Twist up. You can put your hand on a block. If you like to, you can pick that knee back up. Stack your shoulders. Inhale. When you exhale, draw your belly button back. Woo! Put that down and put the knees down for a sec. Sit back into a thunderbolt for a moment before we do one more pose before we end up on the other side. I want to do, once again, a low squat. So remember, when I came from here, I didn't just roll totally back because I don't like the weight on those joints. I kind of come up and over. Feet have to be wide. Treat everything like a workshop. Well, not everything. If something is unfamiliar to you, new to you, doesn't feel right, go into workshop mode. And that means adjust the width of your feet. Put a blanket under your heels for stability. Inhale, hands pressed together and lift your heart. Exhale, make your hips heavier. The alternative to this is to sit and do a butterfly, knees wide, feet together, okay? There's always a different way. And if you're new, you're not gonna know those things. That's why you just keep practicing, have some faith, you're doing good work. Okay, I wanna take this into a gorilla. So again, they press through your hands a little bit. That takes a little bit of work off the knees. And gorilla, the feet are right under your hip joints. And you can do various versions. You could take your first 2 fingers around your big toes, or the biggest version is to insert your hand fully under the foot, toes towards wrists. Some people won't like that on their hands. And maybe your knees stay bent, but inhale, halfway lift. Do this a couple times. Exhale, bend your elbows to draw the crown down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, draw down. Eventually, just stay in a good gorilla for me. Stay there for a couple more breaths. Okay, let's carefully let the hands go. Walk the hands up the body. Maybe even hang out midway for a sec. And then stand up. Be conscious of when you're going all the way, one way, all the way the other. Can make you dizzy. And we're just gonna reorient so that we can do everything on the other side. So I want the left foot forward, right foot back. And this is gonna start as a lunge. So everything really square to one side. And maybe the workshop piece of this today is try it. Try putting your feet on one line. That's way harder, okay? It's still a challenge on 2 lanes, but if I squeeze this and I squeeze this, I bring it all in. Practice. Pressing down to lift up. Everything working. Balance, balance comes in everywhere. Right, left, front, back, side to side. And then we're gonna do that warrior 3, start creeping up on this, and practice, a gentle version of it here if you need to for it to start. And just, over time, see how strong you might get to come out. Got your arrow out in front of you. And then tip that up and come in for a landing for a moment. One more time, Tadasana, press down into the suction cups of the feet, draw up. So when you draw that up, it's another sense of alertness up through the middle. Okay, and then reverse warrior. So we're gonna go back to that and left arm up, hide the other one back, deeper. So it's opposites, deep in the leg, high in the ribs. Okay, let's go ahead, ease out of that. Come to side for a moment. Taking that brief break before we move on to the other side we're gonna turn the toes again and give that leg a break now for your side angle. Baddha Konasana. No, Parshva Konasana. Come on into it, reach, come on. Do you care? To be honest, I use the Sanskrit names mostly when I either think they're fun, or I kind of have a habit of using the ones that I think are fun, or the ones that are simplest. Okay. Frankly, there's a lot of people who call things different names. Okay. We're gonna take this down, careful, to the floor. And just make sure that your lunge is set up well. You want your knee above your foot. And then twist. Maybe my twist is as simple as this. Maybe I need extra padding under my knee. All right, then there's always bigger places to go. If I'm doing what appears to be a big version and your body is completely vexed, then you go and you start someplace a little simpler and let your body adapt. Okay, put this down. Come on back, and let's have another child's pose. If you could, put your knees together on this one. Sit back, you'll feel a compression in the belly, and then maybe put the head on top of your two stacked fists. I like this one, it does make your breathing a little bit more challenging, but when we apply pressure to the belly, we are waking up our internal fire. It's also helping to, it's doing that energetic thing, stay there, but it's also calming you. That helps your exhale, which calms you. Okay, so we're gonna do another balance. So I wanna come on up. Come up gently. And we'll just see if we can do the standing balance. Press into the right foot. And you're gonna lift on up through the left. Now, you can hold your knee or bring your toes, fingers to toes, and give me a lift. Then if you're holding your knee or your toe, take it out wide. All right, let's bring that in. And have some relief if you need it. So I'm gonna go straight to the other side. Okay. Build your tree first. Pick up the knee. Again, the knee could just go wide from the hand or extra. Really lift. Maybe even lean back with the heart. Arm counterbalances the leg. All right, let's bring that in and put that down. Whew, takes practice. If you're at home and practicing on carpet, just know that any squishiness is kind of the enemy of balance. So, finding the firmer footing for balance is best. I want to come down onto my front. Come on down onto my belly. And let's do a seal today. So you kind of start with your feet wide, a little kind of V-like, but also we're gonna find the spot for our hands. Okay, so you're not here, okay? The hands gotta come in and hold you. Look, I've kind of created a bridge, a ramp out of my back. That's what I want. Now, depending on your back, that ramp could be, like so, but you're not pulling, the hands are pushing in and holding you. I'm doing no work. My hands are stuck, all right? I belabor this because I see people in class doing funny things. Okay, then if you want the full seal, go ahead, draw toes together. Big back bend. Choosing what's right for you. No crunch at the low back. Even though it's work, it should feel like there are good length through all vertebra. Okay, let's go ahead. Take this back to all fours, please. And just give me a cat arch. And more or less stay in the cat arch as you come forward and back. So not arching the other way because that's what we just did, right? Good. Okay, we're gonna sit. If you want, you can sit on a blanket at the edge. Helps. Now let's do double pigeon. So this is going to be, it is ankle to knees. Right ankle over left knee. And sometimes called fire log because the shins look stacked like logs. Double pigeon, ankle to knee. Let this bounce. This isn't gonna be doable for everybody. What does that asterisk say? Not if it doesn't work for me. Your pose might just be here or something a little wider and you're just letting that open. This knee doesn't have to be down. You know, if you're here and you're doing okay, just make sure your sit bones are grounded and this can continue to work a little bit more, right? I should say that the stack creates more of a challenge as well. If these were more crossed, you know, like that under you, you'll feel a difference. And you are a student of yoga. And even though I am a teacher of yoga, I am always and will forever be a student of yoga as well. Let it go, make sure you're breathing smoothly. Teacher of mine, Judith Lassiter, very well-known, well-regarded teacher, is the one who said that, and she's in her 70s. We are all students of yoga. Okay, let's take this into a twist. Now, if you want to do the full Lord of the Fishes, you can just kind of tip this over, keep it close, keep this close, and here we are. But if this doesn't work for you, you're gonna straighten that left leg, like so. Okay, then your right arm comes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale and turn. A little more, but don't crank. This is not a time to roam around with your head and eyes. If the breath is still feeling like it has some fire to it from the previous work, bring that one-to-one, smoother, deeper volume back. All right, gently come back round. And to give those hips a little bit of a break here, a little shake before we go to the other side, okay? So this time it is left ankle over right, or just make sure you're doing the other side. Stack the shins, even hips. It's okay, you know. I just went off the blanket and found that, you know, that feels a little bit different. For some reason, feels right for me. Stay with it. Come inward. Notice the tension that comes into the body when you go into a big stretch. That should be a signal to you in a yoga practice. That is your signal to bring this breath back, yeah? Nice, good smoothness. That tension is not a yogic state. Okay, then we're gonna do the twist too. If you want to send that foot off to the side, I wanna keep things kinda, you know, real close is what helps best. Straighten the bottom leg if this doesn't work. Left arm back, a little more Or you should be thinking more about the upper vertebra in a twist. So my decision to cross this over is based on, can my upper spine twist to accommodate it? A lot of times we will ask that bottom to just go, "Arr." That's the worst thing you can do. Where the spine meets the hips is for stability. It's got less flexibility and you can do serious damage. Okay, let's go ahead and come out of that. And again, sit forward for just a moment and shake those legs out. Right here. I'd like to come onto the knees for just a couple things. Cross the legs, forward. If you need to pad the knees, come on up. Give me simple round of Thunderbolt Flow. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands to your sacrum and bow any amount. Do that again. Inhale, smooth. Put the brakes on, please. I'm inhaling up, I'm exhaling back, and then take the knees wider. Toes together, surrender the arms fully, head fully. For this variation of child's, letting go. If this bothers your knees, just lie back or sit. Let's rise up, and I'd like to do, if you've got a blanket, I hope you have a blanket handy. I'm gonna twist to the right, but so this can be, I want you to just put your legs to the left. I want you to drape yourself over. Find your way. Your body's gonna tell you what to do here. I'm just going away from the legs. I'm gonna melt. Gonna melt on over, maybe something like this. All right, and find your way, find your way. So it's a twist, but a relaxed one. And it may be more comfortable for you to have your head one way or your hands. Experiment. Or you might be able to look fully, keep twisting and look that way. What do you need to adjust? Take a few moments and then surrender. Let's walk on up, and for just a moment, go ahead, you press your knees away. Lift, stretch, inhale, exhale, bring that back down. Change sides. So yeah, no matter what you have, you should be able to find a way. And I'm kind of tucking my foot behind me, but it could be like this. What works for you? Your body's gonna tell you, as you start to come down, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna move that. Move instinctively, okay? It'll also kind of tell you where your weight's gonna go. So looking one way, or if it's doable, looking the other. If you look back, you are continuing the line of the twist. Noticing your breath again, please do let it lengthen deeper. A nice restorative moment. Last breath. Very gently press up. And let's just have one kind of celebratory inhale, lift, and exhale. Let's finish class today actually just seated, but this will be our relaxation as well. Lay back if you like, but I am going to just go find my seat and then walk this forward, maybe hands on block. Again, if you prefer laying back, lay back for a minute. Or here, I'm resting my head on the block. Let all of the breath focus go, and now just breathing naturally. Whatever places in the body feel tension, see if you can mindfully let them be heavier, release. Notice the state of your energy, your body, your mind. But be a watcher. Be a watcher. These three things are our worldly self. And what the goal of yoga is to put the worldly self at peace so that our inner being, our core, can be at peace. If you prefer to sit up for a bit, sit up, stay lying if so. All thoughts are like a stream running by you. They come down the stream and they keep flowing past. So if you're on your back, bring your right arm overhead and turn onto your side. Take a transitional breath or two. All of us sitting back up. Once you're there, bring in the hands to Anjali Mudra and touch the thumbs to the third eye, reminding yourself you have wisdom that you were born with, your intuition. Use it when you reason. Touching the throat, you have the power to speak with truth. Touch your heart. You have the power to act with compassion. Let the practice go. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. And as always, if this class gave you some good challenges, return to it. Don't run from it. Return to it, get a little bit better. So many great classes available at the Virtual Y. Check out the library, and I will see you next time. Bye.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin.
I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.